It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta. He was a popular target his last time out, over 180 yards receiving. It's the Lions and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. You look at this Raiders defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. A toss out right to Gibbs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Goff. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards at the midway point. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have regained the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Rolling to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 43 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. And Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He finds Mayer here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 36 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Now a hit and a loose football on one of the linebackers. Akers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This 2nd and 4. Gibbs on the toss left. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw, Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with an amazing diving catch. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss down.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for him made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
3rd and 2, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down in the yard. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carry goes his way. So that charge a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. Well, 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. That is caught, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Garoppolo. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.